The thoughts there of Newton Emerson. Now, another in our series where MLAs tell us about the place in Northern Ireland that means the most to them. This week we hear from the Ulster Unionist Party Deputy Leader Danny Kennedy, who takes us to his home village of Bessbrook.
It was originally established as a mill village. It was established by a Quaker family who provided, as well as work to the local population, they also provided social amenities, including sporting facilities. And so they also believed in mixed housing, and so there were no ghettos created. And the communities grew up together, knew each other, played with each other, and I think that stood the test of time when more difficult days came during the Troubles. The introduction of the army here in the early 1970s in the Bessbrook village was, it caused quite a stir. We used to pester the soldiers for badges or for little army mementos and ask for rides in helicopters, which we could never ever get. And then it became more serious. This village was sealed off effectively, was barricaded off and blockaded. We had then the helicopter base and with a lot of helicopter movements and the dangers involved in that. The army then closeted themselves in the mill, and we became basically a garrison village without any direct impact with the army themselves.
1 mile on, at King's Mills, it was stopped. The men were ordered out, lined up alongside their van, and shot dead.
The seminal event, I suppose, in the history of Bessbrook was the King's Mills massacre. I was 16 at the time. There were 10 men murdered coming home from work, 9 of them whom I knew. And that leaves a very deep impression and has left a lasting legacy in Bessbrook. As basically, it's an event that Bessbrook will never really, truly recover from. My faith is very important to me, and I've attended since childhood this church, Bessbrook Presbyterian Church, and it was here that I became a Christian. I'm now Sunday School Superintendent and I'm now Clerk of Session, so I'm heavily involved in, if you like, the administration of the church, but it is still important to me to worship here. I think the experience that we had living through the worst part of the Troubles in South Armagh, it pretty much ruined the early adulthood lives of people of my generation. And I think it became important and clear that somebody would have to do something to resolve this or to bring this on to a different level. And that's why I've been supportive of the peace process and the political process.
We as a party got a taster of that yesterday in the Deputy First Minister's office. The way ahead, a shared future, and we wanted to discuss the way forward. Instead we were showing the way out.
I think it's important that this part of South Armagh and this part of Northern Ireland is not the exclusive domain of one section of the community, and then the local Protestant and Unionist community who have contributed so much will feel able and free to come back here and share in the life of this village.
Danny Kennedy's favourite place.